Hello, my PC students. This is another review, and it's called Circus Products. So we will go to File, and go to Open, and Browse, and go to your Classes drive. So I'll go to my Classes drive, go to your PC folder, and go to Teaching Documents, and go get the one called XX Circus Products in Teaching Documents. All right, once you've got that, click on Open. And the first thing we want to do is go File, Save As, and go to Browse, go to your name, your U drive, go to Print Com, and go to Excel. Now click in the file name box, press Home, and type in your name and the current date, whatever it happens to be for you. And then once you've done that, save it. And let's go to View, and let's put this one up, zoom. We'll go to about 140. So put in 140. All right, and so now what you see is you have two sheets here, Sheet 1 and Sheet 2. I want you to name Sheet 1 Products. So left double click and type Products. Whoa, 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 whoa. Products, okay, and then, oh, I still got it wrong, hold on, PRO, Products, all right, and then the other one, double click and type in %, and press Enter. Now, remember, if we want to make these a color, that we right click, and we go to Tab Color, and choose any color that you want. I'm going to choose red, and then %, right click, and tab color, and I'm going to choose purple. So when I'm on the sheet, you see the glow. If I go over to Products, I see the glow of the red, and you can see the purple. So right now I'm on the product sheet, and that's where I want to be. All right, you see product 10, 11, and 12, and so you say, okay, that's a pattern. So I'm in cell A2, hold down your Shift key, click in cell A4, and now grab your fill handle and drag down or left double click, whichever you want to do. And you should end up with product 28 at the bottom, and that's correct. You've got your pattern, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. All right, the same thing, you see January, or you see J, and we want January there, so type in J, A-N-U-A-R-Y, make sure you spell it right, press Enter, and now with your thin black crosshairs, drag it to the right, and you should have January, February, March, April, May, and June. Okay, that's good. All right, so now let's look at the % sheet for a second. And you see row 1 has a whole different set of headings. Let's go back to Products, and we're going to group these two sheets so that we can add some rows here at the top. So click on Products where you are. Hold down your Shift key and click on %. Now you should be able to see the word Group at the top of your title bar. Group. Two sheets are grouped. All right, now put your cursor out here and you see the black arrow. See that solid black arrow? Click, hold, and drag and highlight rows 1, 2, 3. This is highlighting the rows. Now right click, go to Insert. And you've got 3 blank rows. Okay, in cell A1, I want you to type in Circus Products. Press Enter, and we will put in the time, date first, so go Control semicolon. That puts in the date, and if we want to put in the time, we could go to this third cell here and go Control Shift semicolon, and you put in the time. All right, so we've got 3 ones put in there. We had the group on. So now, this time you can either right click or just click on sheet 3 and your grouping will be off. And see how you see % in purple and you see the 3 rows at the top of the cell. And if you go to Products, you see the 3 rows at the top of the cell. All right, so we're on Products right now. Check, make sure you see the glow that you're there. All right, click on the No, we won't merge that yet. We will go and I want to insert a column here. So I want you to put your cursor, click on the letter E. Now, right click and go to Insert. We've inserted a blank column. All right, click in cell E4 and type in first quarter. Q-U-A-R-T-E-R. All right, that's good. And now, you're still in cell, click in cell E4, go Control-C to copy it, and go to I4 and go Control-V to paste. Now, press function key F2 to edit and take out the 1ST and put in 2ND. Space, if should put your space in if you need to, but it should already be there. And now press Enter, and you should have second quarter. And then in cell J4, type in the word totals. All right, that's good. Save your work. Go Control-S to save. Now, we want to add up the sales from product 10 for the first quarter. What would you tell me as your easiest way to do this? You would click in cell B5, hold down your Shift key, and click in cell E24. Remember, blank column, blank row. And what do? Alt equals. And you see the number symbols, so we are going to click on the letter B, hold down your Shift key, click on the letter E, and now left double click with your vertical bar, double-headed arrow, and left double click. And you don't see the number sign at all. Well, we want to do the same thing for April. So click in cell F5, hold down your Shift key, and click in cell I24. Do you see the blank column? Do you see the blank row? And what do? Alt equals. Fastest way you can do it. All right, click on the letter F, hold down your Shift key, and click on the letter I. And now left double click, and you have no more number symbols, and you can see everything. All right, go Control-S to save. Next, you want to know the total for the first quarter and the second quarter. All right, you already know equals sum, but this time we are adding two individual numbers. So we want to click on the first one, the product 10 first quarter, and then put a comma in because we're doing individual numbers. And then we want the second quarter for product 10. All right, and we got $32,795, and now left double click. Now, it didn't go all the way down, so come down here to the last one and get your total in. Now, we see the number signs, double click on column J, and you've got it. Did you notice the dollar sign repeated? But what do? Pick up one that has no dollar sign in it, go to your Home tab, left double click, and paint all the way. Don't paint the last one. We want the totals to have a dollar sign. So, take off your Format Painter. Now, we have one more thing that we want to do. We want to go to K4, and we want to type in the word percent. And press Enter. Now, you want to know what percent is product 10 as compared to the total sales. So we're going to take equals. Here's the total sales for product 10 as compared to, remember, means divide. Or as a percent of, as a portion of, as a part of, they all mean divide. So divide. And what do you want to divide by? The total. And what do we have to remember? The total has to be absolute. Because remember, you're comparing every product to the total so that everybody's compared to the same thing. So press F4 to make it absolute. All right, press Enter. Grab your fill handle and drag down. And of course you end up with a 1, but you should because the total divided by the total was going to equal 100%. So remember, you're on your Home tab, go to your percent sign, and use 2 decimal places. So now you've calculated the percent of the sales for each product that you sell. All right, so now go Control-S to save. Now that we know how wide this spreadsheet's going to be, we can go to A1, hold down your Shift key, and click in K1. and you want your merge and center. Now, once again, make it, a larger size, whatever you want. You can put your bold and italics on. If you want to use a light fill, use a light fill. If you want to use a color, use a color. That's fine. And let's drag it down. Put your cursor over here. Remember, vertical bar, double-headed arrow, drag it down. There you go. And if we want it to be vertically aligned, we've got it. So let's leave the date and time over here, but we can bold them, maybe italicize them, put a color on. Sure, why not? Okay, January 2% here. We want to right-click, go to Format Cells. You want to choose Border. You're going to choose a thick line. You're going to choose a color. And you're going to, let's put an outline on this time. And then choose a thinner line, a different color, and put it in the middle. And fill, we'll use something light again. Whatever you want is good. All right, and let's make it a little bit wider. Remember here, your horizontal bar, double head arrow, and drag down a bit. And let's put them in the middle and center them horizontally. And let's bold these headings and italicize them, just so they look good. Okay, that looks pretty good. That's great. Go Control S to save. At this point, I'm going to stop here because I only have 15 minutes. I'm on the 11-minute time. So I'm going to stop here and record this video, and then we'll continue right on. So just wait a second and you will open up another video. But we'll continue right on from where we left here. So save your work. Go Control S to save. This is the end of this portion.